Okay, so actually I decided we're going to do something completely different today.
Oh, great.
We're going to play a game.
Okay.
So today I want to prove that minimalism looks different for everybody, and you by yourselves, or if you're a couple or a family, you make the decisions on the things that you value. And so I'm going to today ask some questions, and Craig has no idea what questions I'm going to ask, but we're going to come up with our answer for the question, and then we're going to look up what the average American's answer is. And we're going to kind of see how we stack up. We'll have a running total of if we have more than the average American or if we have less than the average American. And it's just going to be a fun, interesting little experiment, I guess. And you can play along too and see how you stack up. First question I have is house size. And do you have any idea what size our house is?
Not a clue.
Okay, so it gets a little complicated with house sizes actually, because a lot of times they don't count any below grade square footage, and so they wouldn't count like the basement, because a lot of places in the US don't even have basements. So above grade we have about 1,500 square feet. So I'm gonna look up and see what the average American house size is. All right, so it looks like the average American house is about 2,300 square feet. So if you were to count our basement, which generally they don't count the basement, but if they were, then we'd be about average, but with our above grade square footage, we are a little less. So we'll put the less items over on this side, and we'll put the more items on that side. So for this category, we are less than the average Americans. Next question is number of kids. Do you know how many kids we have?
We have 5 children.
Yes, we do. I'm gonna bet that we have more than the average American kids.
I would guess the average is probably 2.
Okay.
Number of kids.
2.5.
Okay.
Which I don't know how you have half a kid, but we're double the average. So we'll put one on the more column for more kids than average. All right, third question. How many times do you go on vacation each year?
So for us, it's probably a little bit like, I would say 0.
Yeah.
We do take vacations, but usually we spend them at home. Or if we use vacation days, we'd be traveling to relatives or something for Christmas or something.
Yeah, 0 to maybe 1
Right.
a year is probably ours. So.
Oh my gosh, you're so wordy. Google's like, I don't know what to do.
Too many words. Okay, well this should answer the question anyway. No, that can't be right.
That's paid vacation days. See, you asked it wrong.
Oh, I asked too many questions.
It's flights.
It's flights. How do I ask this question?
I told you.
Tell me again.
How often does the average family go on vacation? Right?
This one's hard, yeah. Okay, so the information on this one's a little bit hard to.
At least 2.
Yeah.
So probably 2. 1 to 2.
1 to 2. So we're gonna be, I guess, and it says about 2 to 4 weeks when people do go on vacation. So I guess we're kind of average, kind of less.
I would say we're less than.
Less than. So we'll put it on this side. Okay, that one was tough. All right, number of cars per family. We have 2 right now, but our son is going to be driving pretty soon, so we'll end up with 3. But right now, today, we have 2 cars. Okay, 1.88 vehicles per household. So another weird number. Yeah. So we have more. We have more than the average number of cars.
That surprises me.
Yeah, me too.
But again, if you live in a big city, a lot of times you don't have any cars and you just use the transportation.
Right, yeah. So the number
and...
that don't have cars, and then you get some that have 3 or 4 cars, and it kind of averages out to 1.88, which is weird. Okay, the next question is the number of times you sit down to eat a meal as a family. This one might be hard for me to even find an answer on, but I mean, how many days per week basically do you sit down for your evening meal together? So we'll just do that. We are...
I would say 6.
Yeah, I'd say not 7, because we usually have a day or so that we don't. Let's see, I don't even know, how would I ask this question? Average number of times a family sits down
eats dinner together.
to eat dinner
12 extra words.
I want to be specific. Average family eats dinner together more than 5 times a week.
Okay, so it's close, but we're probably more.
A little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That surprises me
Why was that
too.
easier to find that than it was to find the vacation?
I don't know. The next question is the average amount of savings that a household has. And this one, I might need to kind of clarify the search, I guess. I don't know if this includes retirement. You know, I don't know. So we're not going to give exact numbers for us, but we'll just say if it's more or less when I tell you the number here, okay? Okay, so the average American household has an average bank account balance of $41,600 in their bank account? That's not right. Wait, the median bank account balance is $5,300. Okay, that sounds more realistic, I guess. So that still doesn't say the amount of savings. Okay.
But savings would include retirement.
I would think so. So the average, it looks like this for savings is $73,000. So we definitely have more than that. Which side was the more side? Your side. Okay, more than that. Okay, this one, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll probably know the answer to this one pretty quick. But the amount of clothes that a person has. So I pretty much know right away that we probably have less than average, would you say?
Yeah, is it per person or
yeah,
what?
per person. So we did a closet video where we kind of gave a little tour of our shared closet, and we just have a standard small closet, not a walk-in or anything like that. And just because of the size of closet we have, I'm pretty sure we have less than the average, but let me just check. Okay, so the average number of clothes a person owns is 148 pieces of clothing. Each person.
Does it include like socks and...
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Should I click into that?
I don't know, because...
Do you think you have 148 pieces of clothes? There's no way.
I don't think so, but I mean...
Even if you count your socks and everything, you wouldn't. No.
Yeah, I would say that's less.
Yeah, we definitely have less than that. And I like it that way. But that seems like a lot of clothes to have to maintain. And chances are you're not wearing all of it anyway if you have that many clothes, because you only wear one thing at a time. So the next one's kind of related to the one before about sitting down as a meal together, but it's how many times you eat out each week. And I'd say that we pretty much never do, but I can't say never, because probably it'd be at least once. I mean, if you average it out, would it be like once a week or once every 2 weeks?
I suppose if
you count pizza.
If we actually go out to eat, yeah, probably. So you'd probably say like a half a time a week if you average it out.
So this says that the average American goes out to eat 5 times a week. That's like every day. Which
weekends, yeah.
That would be insane. So yeah.
That's on your side.
That's definitely, yeah, we're less on that category. And I can't imagine the amount of money that would get spent if we did 5 times a week with our family size. It's probably almost $100 anytime we sit down at a restaurant, right? So yeah. That's insane. That's a lot of money. The next one is the average amount of debt. And I will have a video coming out about our debt journey in the not too distant future, but we are, for the past 1.5 years, 2 years, we have been debt free. So we have 0 debt currently besides our house. And I guess there's a little bit of speculation if that counts as debt or not, and in some ways it does, but we're gonna say we're not gonna include the house, and I'm gonna check to see what the average consumer debt is in the US. The non-mortgage debt in America, the average is $23,325. And I will say that we definitely had more than that. We had a lot of student loans and things like that. So we used to have more, but now we have less because we have 0, and it is amazing. All right, next question is the average number of TVs per house. And this one's gonna be a little skewed for us, I think, because we actually do have 3 TVs. We own 3 TVs. Whether we use them or not, that's another question. But let's see, how many does the average person have, or household have? The average household has 2.5 televisions. So we have more, even though we don't use them. We probably don't need them. All right, another question, which we've actually been asked before. I don't know if you remember this, but we were asked once as minimalists how many towels we own. And I had to kind of do the math on that one, but I think we figured out it was about 12, because we have 2 in that bathroom, 2 in our bathroom, 4, 3 in that bathroom, 7, and then we have a few extras.
What about, does it include hand towels and washcloths?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think we have about 10 to 12. I'm not exact. I probably should have counted them, but let's just see. A good rule of thumb is 2 full sets of towels per person. So we'd be 7 times 2 full sets. What does that mean? What's a set? Is a set?
I suppose a set is a towel, a washcloth, a hand towel.
Maybe.
So
or does a towel set contain more than 1 towel?
Anyway, so that's like 14. It would be 14 for our family, so we're less.
We'll just say, we'll just say we're less than that.
Less.
Yeah, less than that.
Okay.
I know when I gave that person that asked the question the answer, they were kind of shocked. They're like, "You only have 10 towels for your whole family?" And the final question I'm going to ask, which Craig is about to go do now because he's so tired and bored of this video, is the average amount of sleep that you get per night. I get about probably 8.5 hours of sleep a night, I would say.
And I think typically I'm around 7.5 hours.
Yeah, you usually stay up a little bit later than me,
yeah.
But I wake up a little bit earlier than you. So, let's see, what is the average American get per night? Looks like 7 to 9 hours. So, I guess we're right in the middle on that one.
8, yeah, so.
I don't know.
We'll both point to our sides.
Okay,
yeah.
Wait, am I?
You're over there.
I'm more, and you're less.
Well, it's the same, basically.
Yeah, it's average, okay. So, I thought this was fun, just kind of interesting, I guess, maybe not fun, but it was eye-opening, I guess, to see all the different things where we stacked up, and we aren't necessarily always thinking about these things like, oh, I need to have less towels than the average American, or I need to have, you know, more of this or less of that. You just don't think about that. You just kind of see what you value yourselves and find that right balance, and if that works for you, then that works for you. So that is all I have for you today. I hope this was at least a little bit interesting for you. If you played along, I'd be curious how you stacked up against the less is less or more challenge. Leave me a comment down below, and we hope to see you again back at the cottage really soon.
Like this video if you'd like to see a compilation of me shoveling snow.
Right.
Because there's a lot of that going on lately.